Hi, I'm Elaine Wing. I'm the pastor here at Calvary United Methodist Church in Dumont in Bergen County, New Jersey. Good to see you today. We're going to move back into Psalm 23. We looked at it very briefly back in March, but I'd like to spend a few times with you on Psalm 23 because so much of it will be helpful to us. Today we're going to look at how this psalm is really a gift from God to us. It is revealing a God that's not behind us, pushing or prodding us, but rather a God that's in front of us, that's very invitational and is saying, come this way. So with all of the confusion around COVID-19, CARES Act, and the reopening protocols, I welcome our God who is out in front, clearing a path for me and telling me, turn here, watch your step there, today do this. I need a God that's making things clear right now. So we'll look at verses 2 and 3. He leads me beside still waters, and he leads me in the paths of righteousness. Both of those verses reinforce the same message. They are about a God who leads. What difference does it make in our life when we let God lead us? And if we relinquish leadership to God as our trail guide, do we still struggle with needing to know the future? I think these are great questions for all of us. Let's consider them with some material from authors Max Lucado and Rabbi Harold Kushner. First, the verse, he leads me beside still or calm waters. Water is not only required for life, but it can cause death. A bit of water refreshes us, but too much water can frighten us. For people of the Hebrew Scriptures, dry land represented the opportunity to control what happened in their lives. To them, water was unpredictable. It threatened to overflow its bounds and reclaim the land. It resulted in chaos. To the psalmist, this verse indicates how God provides security and comfort in an unsafe world. It is true that floods and tsunamis claim lives, but they will eventually recede, following the laws of nature and order which God imposed in creating the natural world. In his book, The Lord is My Shepherd, Kushner suggests that God is the power that helps us control the emotional waves that crash into our lives. Waves such as an unhealthy lifestyle or habit, unleashed anger, or a desire to overachieve. The strength to calm the storms of life comes from the one who promised Noah that the floodwaters would never again cover the earth, from the one who stood in the boat and told the frightened disciples that he would calm the sea. Like all scripture, our next verse can be translated and understood in many ways. I personally favor this translation. He guides me in straight paths for his name's sake. The Hebrew phrase straight paths literally means roundabout ways that end up in the right direction. There have been many times of upheaval in my life when I didn't value the roundabout route that was taken to my desired destination. I can easily name individuals whose academic and career paths have been stopped or redirected due to COVID-19 pandemic. Is their new route causing stress and anxiety? You betcha. When the Israelites were freed from slavery and headed to Canaan, the promised land, their route through the wilderness was anything but direct. They were on the road for 40 years, during which time they questioned God, they got angry at Moses, who was their trail guide, and they created golden idols instead of being faithful to the Lord. Patience was not their strong suit. Some suggest that God may have planned their extended sojourn. During this time, they experienced the grace of God in many unexpected ways. Bread and quail were delivered daily to satisfy their hunger, and fresh water from a rock. Additionally, new leaders emerged, and so that when Moses was ready to retire, a new leader was ready. The lengthy tour also provided opportunities for the Israelites to realize they couldn't see into the future. Instead of giving them and us a crystal ball, God provided a lamp unto our feet. It is God's job to know what lies ahead. Our task is to strengthen our trust muscles. Speaking for myself, I want to come out of this pandemic with greater confidence that God is still in control of my life and of the world. I like Max Lucado's words, life's mishaps, tragedies, and hardships are not a reason to bail out on God. They are a reason to sit tight. Maybe it's time for you and I to sit by calm waters and to thank God for a roundabout path in our lives, a path that allows us to fully see and experience God, and to know that God intends for us a good life. So until next time, stay safe, be well, and God bless.